everyone. So I told everyone I was going to keep them updated when I found out more with my surgery, or when I went in for the smaller surgeries leading up to it. So I went today to talk to my surgeon in Brisbane who did my valve replacement last time with the Cowes valve. And basically he said, yep, I can see the levels here and I can see that we are going to need to replace it. And I said, oh, do you have a date in mind? Because originally my surgery was done at a private hospital. And then when it went wrong last time, I guess I had all these complications and they were going to have to transport me to a public hospital so they could put me on an artificial heart machine, which essentially ends up needing a heart transplant. So I was kind of thinking maybe he'll want to do it in the public hospital because last time I had so many problems and I was going to have to be transferred there anyway, but I really would honestly like to have it done in the private hospital because I know the people there and I know that he can pick his team of doctors who come in and do the surgery. And it's just got a really nice vibe to it, the hospital I went to last time, and it's familiar to me. So I kind of wanted it done there, but I thought I would have to go and have it done at this public hospital, which they both have the same surgeon, so it didn't matter that much. But anyway, it would have meant if I was having it done at the public hospital that I'd probably have to go on a waiting list, and then I would have it done maybe 2 months down the track or 3 months because of the waiting list. And when I said to him, he's like, no, you can go wherever you want. Hopefully we're not going to have the same complications we had last time, so you can pick public or private, which one? And so I said I'd rather go private, and he goes, 14th of July. At the time when he told me, I was like, oh my God, like I knew it was coming, but it feels so much realer when like he gave me a date for it and it's like almost like it's 1 month away pretty much. Like I have on the 2nd of July a smaller surgery to check the actual, like get some pictures of my heart leading up to surgery. So I thought, it would be a little bit after that, but no, he got straight in there and 14th of July. So that was a lot to take in, and I was pretty emotional about it when I first found out. And he said to me, like, my surgeon is the best surgeon in the world. I feel like he's the best doctor in the world, and so is my cardiologist, and so is my GP. Like, I'm so lucky. But he said to me, he looked at me and he said, are you okay? And I said, I am, but also not really. And he said, I know it feels like it's not fair. And then he kind of reiterated to me, he's like, last time was so touch and go, like, it was, you gave me and your mum such a big scare, and, me and the heart transplant doctor just sat there kind of watching you, and it only like dawned on me today that my chest would have been completely open when they were watching me to see, and he said, you were really, really, really sick. Like, it was very, very, very touch and go. And it was just really scary for everyone involved, and I was very, very lucky. And so he said this time should be different because the pictures of my actual heart looks a lot healthier this time. It's just the valve that is the worry, whereas last time going into it, my heart looked in really bad shape, and they could see that from the pictures, but they couldn't do anything about it. They just had to go in and try and fix it. So this time, obviously, it's a little bit different, and it dawned on me today, of course my recovery was hard for me because they shocked my heart back started. So like, when you see on movies where people go like that, but picture your heart open in your chest and they actually shock your heart, and then to get it started again, and then after that they got it going again off the bypass machine, and it faded out 2 more times after that, and I was under for then a 24-hour coma on top of all of that. So I had such a hard recovery, and I was always like, I know I've seen other people have this, I don't understand why, like, I struggled so hard. And then it kind of occurred to me, like when he said to me today, you were so sick. Like I was very, very, very worried about you not making it. And it kind of dawned on me today that that's probably why. So I'm really hoping that this time it's different, and you know, my surgery is shorter and it goes to plan, and I've been being so healthy lately and taking such good care of myself. I'm really hoping that this is different, and maybe my recovery will be a lot easier because I have like as well a really good support network around me now, which I didn't have as much of last time, and I was mentally not in the right headspace for it. So I think this time will come out a lot better, I'm hoping. And you know, my surgeon obviously talked to me about pregnancy being difficult down the track, and the fact that, you know, I would either need, it would be just a lengthy kind of risky process, which doesn't concern me that much, or I would need a surrogate, which also, you know, that's a problem for down the track. Like, just let me be alive first, you know. And I figure if I can do this surgery and come out okay, what's another speed hump in the way, you know? Like, at least I'll be alive. So he spoke to me a little bit about that, and yeah, it was a lot to take in, and I was pretty emotional, and all the like what ifs obviously ran through my head, but it felt good to speak to him and get it off my chest. And yeah, so that is the date, and then I've got more appointments coming up Monday next week, and that is with a cardiac counsellor, so they talk to you about, you know, all your fears obviously, and going into the smaller surgeries. I also had one of them. I had a really hard time last time having an angiogram. I had a big, like a blood vessel or an artery kind of burst open and bleed everywhere last time I was having that done, which that surgery is one of the smaller ones that will be coming up soon. So I think that kind of, you know, I will be glad to talk to her about that. And then I have a stress echo, which is where they make you run on a treadmill to see how exhausted your heart gets. So I've got that coming up on Monday next week as well. But yeah, now I've got a date, so you know, it'll be in Brisbane at one of the hospitals up there on the 14th of July, if all goes to plan. So if anyone, you know, needs any help or anything like that, you know, don't be afraid to ask, because it feels so much better to talk about it than it does to hold it all in. And I feel like it's really helped me this time. Thanks for listening.